So apparently, one night stands are easy. Let's listen to the student, let him explain why.
One night stands are easy-ish. Did you know that a one night stand can make you president? How, you might ask? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Before you begin issuing apologies and denials from the Oval Office, you need to introduce the ladies to Lil Johnson. That is a super easy process. Finding the one. First, you have to find somebody willing to do the deed with you. Start by hitting up all the women in your contacts with a sup. Unless the only lady on your contact list is your mom. This is a point of no return. You can either go big or go home. Think very hard about it. Work up the audacity and then text her this.
Go home, my nigga, go home. Kababa might save you.
Sup, mummy? You got any single friends? This can either go one of two ways. Either she dies of shock or she dies of shock. That leaves daddy with the duty of finding you a super hot stepmom and a stepsis. While he searches, go hunt somewhere else. Focus on the locales where the ladies are already kinda DTF for maximum success. Avoid mosques, abortion clinics, and any girl who is loved by her father. Loving parents are the worst. That leaves girls on Tinder, the club, and the washing machine. Tinder is the slow route. You have to sacrifice your self-esteem every day for months on end just to get a single match. Then you have to text back and forth for weeks to make her feel comfortable enough to meet up in person. And when you do, you have to pretend that you also want a serious relationship. Frankly, there are much easier ways to reserve your spot in hell. Ways like checking if your stepmom is stuck in the washing machine. You might be lucky there, but you're more likely to find that she has her hand stuck in daddy's bank account, and now your inheritance is gone. But don't cry about it. Your dad bought this house for $12 with his paycheck from his part-time job at McDonald's while you were still in high school. If you just get a job, you can do it too. But in the meantime, you're trying to use somebody's daughter as a fleshlight. So go get out of the house and go rizz up that lucky girl in person. Preparation. Before you leave the house, you need to watch 137 videos of YouTube pickup artists trying to teach you how to rizz up the ladies. Lucky for you, I already did it, so you can just skip that. Just be interesting. Don't talk about the weather, don't talk about any other boring topics like work, and don't talk about the structural integrity of that condom in your wallet. I promise you it's still good. You've only been carrying it in your back pocket and sitting on it every day for 6 years. That's what the pickup artists advise.
6 years is
and you know you
crazy.
can trust them because they go the extra mile. They pay actresses to pretend they're regular girls on a night out. Next, you have to understand that one-night stands are all about chemistry. What do girls always say? I was drunk and he was cute, and it just happened. So, make yourself cute. 10 push-ups and you will be ripped AF. Just 10. If you do 11, you will become too big. Being super jacked is cool and all, but you can't get laid if you can't fit through the door. After your push-ups, skip the shower.
sarcasm
In fact,
here
skip
is
the shower for 2 days,
crazy.
but not 3. Only 2. Then marinate yourself in a sauna for 1 hour. That is how you concentrate your pheromones and improve your chemistry with women. Next, put on your most generic outfit. Don't try to stand out with cool clothes. It makes you look like a try-hard loser. Women love a guy who can blend into the wall. That's why they all hate rock stars. Women only have crushes on accountants. Finally, before you leave the house, rub one out and sprinkle a few droplets of that Johnson juice on your neck and wrists. Now, don't go overboard with this. Use too much and everybody, men and women both, will be breaking down your door to get a piece of that ass. The only problem here is that the 6'5", 300-pound monsters will beat up all the petite cuties to get to the front of the line. If you are a gay bottom with a linebacker fetish, great. If not, just say no homo before you get plowed. And if you only want the petite cuties, don't overcompensate the pheromones. You want people to only smell them when they're within touching distance. Stepping out. When you leave the house, avoid the bus. Any person you sit next to will immediately jump your bones because your pheromones are just that strong. This will get you arrested for public indecency. Then you have to register as a sex offender, which means you can't live near any school, which means you can't give Uncle Jeff special candy to the cute kids anymore. And if you can't do all that, Uncle Jeff might help you kill yourself. So, drive yourself or take an Uber, but sit in the back, unless your driver is a smoking hot lady. Then sit up front and drive her wild with desire. But you can't count on your driver being a hot girl. Pakistani uncles have the Uber driver market completely cornered. They have pushed all the hot girls out of driving and into soul-crushing jobs like fashion, Hollywood, and the housewife industrial complex. So, pray for a hot girl driver, but if you get a Pakistani uncle, just sit in the back and worry about what you're gonna do in the club. It's
the
very,
sarcasm is too much,
very
yeah.
important. In the club, some losers will tell you to have zero. Can't be the coolest guy in the club because medical bills have given you backflip PTSD, What the hell do you do? Let your pheromones do the work. Find a dark corner, nurse your warm beer, and watch the ladies. Haters will say you're scared and just trying to work up the courage, but they're wrong. You can't work on something you've never had. What you are actually doing is letting your pheromones do the work for you and pull the ladies to you like gravity. If you're too far from the ladies to smell you, move closer to a group of dancing women and take a seat. Watch their gyrating bodies' jiggly bits move around, but be careful. Don't do it in a creepy way. Do it in a super, super creepy way.
Low-key, there's truth to that. Like, ladies, as much as they love dancers and whatever, they don't like niggas who do too much, especially at the club or groove or parties or whatever. Just sit down, my nigga. Especially for me, I can't even dance. I do dance when I get super lit and I'm super drunk, but on a normal occasion, I don't dance. I just sit down. But yeah, those were back in my clubbing days. I don't no longer do that. Nah.
After about an hour, if the women haven't run away because they're scared of you seeing how much your aura arouses them,
Stand up
you can
and dance.
approach. Stand up and start dancing with them. You don't
Shit, bro. I predicted that.
have to be a good dancer. Just stand behind her and grind on that ass. Either she throws it back or slaps you with passion. If you get the slap or that ick look on her face, please proceed.
Move.
That is a signal that she wants you real bad. She is only playing hard to get to see if you're serious. Persevere until the bouncer shows up, then really do it. Bouncers tend to be violent brutes. You will have to fight for your lady. Show her exactly what you can do with that black
For your lady. Oh, this guy is too sarcastic. Low-key, I'm getting bored. Sometimes I'm laughing, but
belt in domestic violence. You might get knocked down, but as long as you stick a broken bottle in the bouncer's neck, you should win. Stand up, sexily spit out your teeth, and drag your lady into your cave, taking her home. Now, pickup artists like to say that the logistics is the most important part of a one-night stand. You need a place close to the club or else the girls won't come. But that's not the real reason. The real reason is that pickup artists are kinda creepy. They use high-pressure tactics to trick drunk women into making impulsive decisions. They know that if they let a woman sober up or give her time to think on a 40-minute commute, she will definitely change her mind. So they push and push until Lil Johnson is spraying the pickup artist DNA all over the girl's insides. Then they stop. The girl might regret it in the morning, but it doesn't matter. You still hit it. She can't take the chlamydia away from you because you earned it fair and square.
damn.
This used to be okay until literally yesterday. Then one-night stands became infinitely more dangerous. The same girl enthusiastically giving you the hot tour in the club bathroom at 2 a.m. might wake up 20 years later and decide that the encounter wasn't consensual. She'll say that you forced her to do it, took advantage of her in a drunken state, and so on and so forth. You were drunk too, but that's not relevant. Your real crime is being born with the
This is
ability
why
to
I
pee
don't
standing
like
up
one-night
while the poor
stands.
ladies have to pee sitting down and still bleed for 5 days every month. Did you really think you weren't going to pay for that kind of inequality? The morality of retroactively withdrawing consent after the fact aside, allegations of sexual misconduct can really
Nah, this is low-key getting way too sad for my liking. No. Okay, you know what? Let me just move on to the next. Like, give me suggestions on what to react to next. Yeah, just reacting to pop culture and anything I find interesting. Yeah, hit the sub button, and after 15 drops, I'll drop better quality videos using